Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Donald Trump Museum, dedicated to America.
More women than Donald Trump, that I can tell you. That I can tell you. And I think they know it.
Discover how in 2016 Donald Trump successfully lobbied to legalize gambling.
Part of the beauty of me is that I'm very rich.
He wants to run for president and move on into the White House. Why not?
Share in the stupidity of the average American as they made him the 45th President of the United States.
That will easily go down as the greatest president in the history of the United States. Me, Donald John Trump.
No! Hey, no! Hey, wait, you coming with us upstairs? There we go, Sonny. We can do this the easy way or the hard way.
If you're the band Europe, you love a final countdown. It's what you do.
He has come once, twice, and this is the third visit, but as the leader of a global superpower. But President Barack Obama says he will be back.
Here's what I can guarantee. I'll be back. The next time I'm back, I may not be wearing a suit. The first time I came here, I was in jeans and a backpack. You know, one of the challenges of traveling and visiting Kenya is that you know, I'm much more constrained now than I will be.
On her way to work one morning, down the path along the lake, a tender-hearted woman saw a poor, half-frozen snake. Interesting. His pretty-colored skin had been all frosted with the dew. "Oh, well," she cried, "I'll take you in, and I'll take care of you. Take me in, O tender woman. Take me in, for heaven's sake. Take me in, O tender woman," sighed the vicious snake. She wrapped him up cozy in a curvature of silk, and then laid him by the fireside with some honey and some milk. Now she hurried home from work, and that night, as soon as she arrived, she found that pretty snake she'd taken and revived. "Take me in, O tender woman. Take me in, for heaven's sake. Take me in, O tender woman," sighed the vicious snake. Now she clutched him to her bosom. "You're so beautiful," she cried. "But if I hadn't brought you in, by now you might have died." She stroked his pretty skin, and then she kissed and held him tight. But instead of saying thank you, that snake gave her a vicious bite. "Take me in, O tender woman. Take me in, for heaven's sake. Take me in, O tender woman," sighed the vicious snake. "I saved you," cried the woman, "and you've bit me. Heavens, why? You know your bite is poisonous, and now I'm going to die." "Oh, shut up, silly woman," said the reptile with a grin. "You knew damn well I was a snake before you took me in."
The 3-minute video that's part of Midnight Moment in Times Square begins in winter with snow coming down on the thousands of sheep in the stark fields of Wyoming. We see the summer pastures with the many sheep crossing over the hills of the Bighorn Mountains. And then lastly, we follow them down back to the ranch as they trail through the red wall of Wyoming. So of course sheep are herd animals, and as we see them up on the big screens, they mirror the massive humanity around us in Times Square. I love working with large atmospheric projections, which is how I got into doing theatrical video design. And the opportunity to work on such a large scale in Times Square gave me an opportunity to present images that were starkly in contrast to the urban environment, to create what you might call digital lullabies for a city that never sleeps. When we think of a sheep in a herd, we can also think of community. We can think of how the many protect the one. The world seems to be shifting in very uncomfortable, dangerous ways. As we look onto a tradition that's been continuing for many, many thousands of years, I hope that in the midst of the traffic, the crowds passing through Times Square, individuals find comfort, find peace in the community around them, that they can look up at the herds of sheep and feel one with them, feel the security of being among their neighbors, and rethink our own position in our moment in time.
What do you think of my Trump home mattress collection by Serta? Finally, the same luxury and comfort I demand in my hotels.
Oh, they'll never count sheep again.
Listen, why don't you come work for me?
What do you have in mind?
Something you were born to do.
Welcome to room 9.
Looking good, number 9, looking good.
Where's your dignity?
Save now on this Trump Home Luxury Suites mattress during the Serta Luxury Suite Savings Event, now through Labor Day.
Come on, one. You and I are actually a lot alike. We're both in the sleep business. We both work really hard.
Sure.
And we both wear wool suits.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Donald Trump Museum, dedicated to America's #1 citizen and America's greatest living folk hero, America's #1 citizen and America's greatest living folk hero, the one and only Donald Trump. Learn the amazing history of the Trump family.
Somebody criticized me the other day because they asked me what I do, and I said, I'm going to bomb the shit out of them. It's true. I don't care.
Friends, and I guess I have some very good enemies, and I like it that way somehow, and I really believe in trashing your enemies.
Inside, you will learn how Donald Trump's father left him a large inheritance.
Nobody's going to do more women than Donald Trump. That I can tell you. That I can tell you. And I think they know it.
Discover how in 2016 Donald Trump successfully lobbied to legalize gambling.
Part of the beauty of me is that I'm very rich.
He wants to run for president and move on into the White House. Why not?
Share in the stupidity of the average American as they made him the 45th president of the United States.
That will easily go down as the greatest president in the history of the United States. Me, Donald John Trump.
No! Hey, no! Hey, wait, you coming with us upstairs? There you go, Sonny. We can do this the easy way or the hard way. The easy way.
In New York, regarded as goddess, Kali is the goddess of death or the death of an ego. Of all the forms of devil, she is considered to be the most compassionate one because she provides moksha or liberation to her children, and now people in New York would know about her. Goddess Kali was displayed onto the iconic Empire State Building in New York, which is considered to be the tallest building and also the key piece of NYC skyline. Empire State Building had started a new trend to feature extinct species across the world, but featuring goddess Kali was a class apart. Artist Android Jones is who designed Why Goddess Kali, because she the alert to the destruction and of evil. Android thought it would be a good idea to feature to her, hence it opines that she would work as the epitome to fight dangers and pollution.
Do you not think an angel rides in the whirlwind and directs this storm? This work continues. The story goes on. And an angel still rides in the whirlwind and directs this storm. God bless you all. And God bless America.
Get ready to read all these words on this page without making a mistake. Look at the letter at the end and remember the sound it makes. Get ready. Kite. Yes, kite. Get ready to read this word the fast way. Get ready. Kid. Yes, kid. Sound it out. Get ready. Kid. Sound it out. Get ready. Kid. What word? Kid. Yes, kid. Boys and girls, sound this word out. Get ready. Seal. What word? Seal. Yes, seal. Read these words the fast way. Get ready. Play. Yes, play. Get ready. Must. Yes, must. Let's read these words the fast way without making a mistake. Get ready. Kite. Yes, kite. Get ready. Kick. Yes, kick. Get ready. Steal. Yes, steal. Get ready. Play. Yes, play. Get ready. Must. Yes, must. Open your book up to lesson 60 on page 150.
You jackwagon! You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
Just pulled over here, take a half-hour break, and checking out that moon. Right there in the daytime, all day long it's out. But it's over on the other side of the earth also, right? How can you see the moon around the ball? You can't, because it's flat. Everything's inside of this circle. The mountains, the hills are all in place of the circle. Draw a picture of a circle on a piece of paper. Everything's inside of this circle. And we're covered by a ceiling, a strong molten looking glass, a firmament that divides the waters from the waters. That's all blue water up there through the strong molten looking glass. Okay. And then I get my eye caught, this catches my eye right here. This entrance to this, it's called the Firekeepers Casino Hotel. Firekeepers? Sound like Satan, you know, the one that's Angel of the Bottomless Pit. Firekeepers. Look at the entrance to that thing, man. Don't that look like a serpent's head? Don't that look like the serpent's head, man, coming at you? Huh? Yeah. Looks like the serpent's head to me. at the casino. Donald Trump has his own casinos. Well, he's a Christian.
You know your bite is
Yes,
poisonous.
make America great
and
again.
now I'm going to die. Oh, shut up, silly woman, said the reptile with a grin. You knew damn well I was a snake before you took me in.
For years, Congress has required biometric entry-exit visa tracking systems, but it has never been completed. The politicians are all talk, no action, never happens, never happens. Hillary Clinton, all talk. Unfortunately, when there is action, it's always the wrong decision. You ever notice? In my administration, we will ensure that this system is in place. And I will tell you, it will be on land, it will be on sea, it will be in air. We will have a proper tracking system.
We have the worst revival of an economy since the Great Depression. And believe me, we're in a bubble right now. And the only thing that looks good is the stock market. But if you raise interest rates even a little bit, that's going to come crashing down. We are in a big, fat, ugly bubble.
You're still asleep? Wake up! We're good.
Today, we raised our target range for the short-term interest rates by another 1/4 percentage point.
But if you raise interest rates even a little bit, that's going to come crashing down.
Towards the end of the 2008 campaign, the Republican Party, terrified at their own sinking poll numbers.
We focused on this now because it's been a decade since the global recession of 2008, 2009, and some interesting and worrying vulnerabilities are also popping up at the moment.
We're going to have a shutdown. There's nothing we can do about that because we need the Democrats to give us their votes. Call it a Democrat shutdown, call it whatever you want. But we need their help to get this approved. So Democrats, we have a wonderful list of things that we need to keep our country safe.
The southern border wall, is your plan still to have Mexico pay for the wall?
Yes, it will. One way or the other, Mexico is going to pay for the wall. That's right. It
sir,
may be through reimbursement, but one way or the other, Mexico will pay for the wall. We're right now negotiating NAFTA. Call it a Democrat shutdown, call it whatever you want. But we need their help to get this approved.
Together, America will build a greater wall.
We're not Democrats first, we're not Republicans first. We are Americans first.
President Trump has said in the past that taking nuclear weapons out of North Korea could happen very quickly. This morning he acknowledged it could take a long time.
Weapons of mass destruction.
Weapons of mass destruction.
Weapons programs.
The deadliest of weapons.
Terrible weapons.
Nuclear weapons. Now look, part of the reason we went into Iraq was the main reason we went into Iraq at the time was we thought he had weapons of mass destruction. It turns out he didn't, but he had the capacity to make weapons of mass destruction. He didn't, but he had the capacity to make weapons of mass destruction. Those weapons of mass destruction got to be somewhere. Nope, no weapons over there. Maybe under here.
Taking nuclear weapons out of North Korea could happen very quickly. This morning he acknowledged it could take a long time.
military right now is stronger than ever before. Their families are all our families, and we thank them so much for their greatness and for the incredible job they do. Thank you to the United States military. Thank you very much. We ask God to watch over this nation's heroes and to shed...
You're still asleep? Wake up! We're good.
But if you raise interest rates even a little bit, that's going to come crashing down.
We are transferring power from Washington, D.C., and giving it back to you, the people.
You will never see it coming.
What this represents?
Tell us, sir.
Maybe it's the calm before the storm.
What's the storm?
Could be the calm before the storm.
What storm is
We have the world's great military people in this room, I will tell you that. And we're going to have a great evening. Thank you all for coming.
What storm, Mr. President?
You'll find out.
Give us a hint on
Thank you, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, 1 billion people watching the celebration here in New York City, about to watch that ball
This is
descend.
it. It's actually going to be happening, and I'm here for the first time with you. Thank you.
God bless you, everybody watching.
Oh my God.
And let's just take in the sights and sounds of New York. Great to be here with all of you.
I'm so excited I could pee.
Well, hold on. Here we go, everybody. Here we go.
Oh, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Be strong in the Lord and in his mighty power. Put on the full armor of God so that you can take your stand against the devil's schemes. For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of this dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms. Therefore, put on the full armor of God, so that when the day of evil comes, you may be able to stand your ground. And after you have done everything, to stand, stand firm then, with the belt of truth buckled around your waist, with the breastplate of righteousness in place, and with your feet fitted with the readiness that comes from the gospel of peace. In addition to all this, take up the shield of faith, with which you can extinguish all the flaming arrows of the evil one. Take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the Word of God, and pray in the Spirit on all occasions, with all kinds of prayers and requests. With this in mind, be alert, and always keep on praying for all the Lord's people.